I'm so excited to be here with everybody today. I am
Mm-hmm.
Lisa Lopez Griggs. I'm here with my co-host, Alyssa Servideo, out there
Hello, guys.
in Jersey. Oh my gosh, Alyssa, how are you today, honey?
I am doing amazing, especially because it's International Epilepsy Day.
It is. This is a really big deal.
Huge deal. Are we kidding? Oh,
Yeah, this is a really big deal. It's a really big deal because it's actually International Epilepsy Day. There's
Mhm.
over 50 million people globally that have epilepsy. So this is a great day to bring awareness, education,
Uh-huh.
to those people that are, living with epilepsy, and then of course the caretakers and those that love them, right? Which is basically what the F.E.E.D is about. It's about epileptics like yourself, caretakers like myself. Obviously, we've got our amazing producer in the background, Mike Hall, who is also an epileptic. And, of course, we are called the F.E.E.D, which is standing for Faces of Epilepsy Everyday, which is this incredible brand. Yes.
It's
So
beautiful.
excited about that. We basically all came together with this common vision, Alyssa, to be able to just help spur on this movement of community so that epileptics would not feel alone. They would
Yeah.
feel like they belong to something, and they would feel like they're contributing, adding value, and that most importantly, that their stories are heard. And I'm so excited that we are moving into so many exciting things with, even the Faces of Epilepsy ambassadors, that we're going
Yes.
to have
We got a lot coming.
nationwide. So this is like, it just keeps getting better and better. And I see the numbers of our group just continuing to grow. I think
Right.
when I looked this morning, we're over 850 right now. So little by little,
We're
we're getting
growing.
1,000 mark. Yes. So we have a contest coming up, a couple of contests, and then also you have something to
Yes,
share with
I
everybody where
do.
we're doing some prize giveaways. So we have some contests going on. We just want to mention it to everybody in the groups because this is a really special day for us. Is that we are trying to get to 1,000 right now. That's our next milestone within the Faces of Epilepsy group that we have. And you can go to facesofelepsy.me and it'll take you right to the Faces of Epilepsy group on Facebook. But one of the things that we're going to do is from now until when we reach 1,000, all those people that have been invited in, we're going to put them into a drawing. And then also we've got other ways of tracking, like who did you invite that actually came into the group? And then we're also going to give prizes out to those as well. So what do you think, Alyssa? What other things we got going on? I know we got beanies. We got all kinds of stuff. I think Mike has something that we're giving away.
Yeah. First of all, hearing that is incredible. So, guys, please hop on that. You're not going to find anything else like it. And what she was saying, I got beanies, right? So, me and Love Your Melon, if you can see, we are partnering. I've got a bunch of different colors. I've got dark purple, I've got cream, I've got lavender. This is what it looks like on the side. I've got navy, and I have gray. And I have 9 gray, 6 light purple, 9 cream, 8 dark purple, and 9 navy. So, what we're going to do with this giveaway, I'm going to put it in the Faces of Epilepsy group. And all you're going to have to do is just DM one of us if you want a beanie, and we will send you one. And they're free. But the only thing you would have to cover is the shipping, but it should be around $5 to $7 depending on where you are. International shipping, we're going to figure that out for you if you are international. But guys, I'm telling you, this is so beautiful, especially because Love Your Melon is loving your head, right? Epilepsy is a chronic illness of the head. So, guys, please, please, please get on this. And I know that Mike has a couple of giveaways as well. So,
Yeah, Mike has some awesome giveaways. And I think also too, we might have a little angel that has fluttered by and said that they might cover the shipping on that. So we get all these beanies out to whoever's winning them or wants them, or, wants to represent Faces of Epilepsy through being an ambassador. We certainly want to make sure that we get you one. So even if you can't cover the shipping, we'll just say Faces of Epilepsy, the fee cover it for you. Okay. So we don't want that to limit you. Okay. If you want a beanie and you want to be a part of this, to bring awareness, to bring education around safety, to kind of bust through all the stigmas and the shame that is attached to epilepsy, we want to hear from you. So don't let the shipping stop you, okay? Because we definitely want you to be involved in this, and we want you to have a beanie that will help you to protect your head.
Yes, absolutely protect your head. And I am 100% like, the fact that I even got this like ambassador slash, like, the fact that Love Your Melon even listened to my story about epilepsy and was giving them to me, I was like, oh my gosh. Yes, the entire cost of the shipping, if you are not able to, yes, the angel will 100% handle that. So thank you, Lisa.
Yeah, I also think it's like really important. I love where all of this is going, because this is International Epilepsy Day. I want to just go over some of the facts. We talk about it somewhat on throughout the shows. We'll bring up the different statistics, but I just want to give some quick statistics, and then just maybe just talk about real quick how International Epilepsy Day, even came into being. It's always, the second Monday of February. So you can always count on that in your calendar. So if you're a pre-planner, you can put that and file that away. But there's 50 million epileptics worldwide. Okay. There's 3.4 million just in the USA alone. 1 in 26 people will develop epilepsy, and the numbers are trending up right now. 1 in 10 people will have a seizure at some point in their life, meaning that maybe they had a seizure, but it was an onset from something else, not necessarily diagnosed with epilepsy, but yet they did have a seizure. So there was a triggering or a rapid firing that was happening neurologically in their brain to be able to propel them to have a seizure. Epilepsy only receives, now we're talking about funding, okay? $240 million is spent a year in epilepsy research. Parkinson's is 250 million. Alzheimer's and dementia is 15 times more than epilepsy. $3.9 billion spent on Alzheimer's and dementia, whereas the real societal burden is in epilepsy. So more people have epilepsy than Parkinson's, MS, cerebral palsy, and autism combined. Okay. So there's still not enough awareness
at all.
Yeah. There's still not enough awareness. There's still not enough talk about epilepsy. We don't have enough celebrities talking about epilepsy. Celebrities that are still living today. Rick Harrison from Pawn Stars has epilepsy. Catherine Zeta-Jones. Flavor Flav. There's so many that still have epilepsy. Elton John has epilepsy. Susan Boyle has epilepsy. These are all people living with epilepsy. Tiki
and you would
Barber.
never know.
Yes. So there's a lot of celebrities still, athletes, professional athletes, writers, lots of creative artists that are still living with epilepsy today. And so we have to get more awareness. We have to get more talk about epilepsy so that we can push for more laws, especially, Alyssa, even the laws around young people, like, my son, there's a very crucial time between the ages of like 14 to their 20s of when SUDEP is more common. So it's very, very important.
We know why?
Yeah. It's just because young people are diagnosed more with epilepsy than later in life. So you're usually diagnosed earlier in life than later in life with epilepsy.
Hmm.
So juvenile epilepsy is actually on the rise because young people are being they're being diagnosed sooner in life
Sooner
with
than later.
epilepsy. Yeah. So the other thing is understanding that is that because Alyssa, there's not a lot of awareness around epilepsy. That's why it's so important to, champion these causes,
Yeah.
especially with the law that was recently passed in your state, which we're going to have Colleen Quinn come on. She is one of the women that helped to pass this law in New
Yeah.
Jersey. And it's basically where there is education in schools
That's
so that
needed.
teachers are learned and trained on what to do when someone has a seizure. It's so important. We
Yes.
even had Jinx on, and he talked about the importance of learning CPR. It's
Yeah.
so vital that everyone gets educated on what to do if someone around you has a seizure, because if you are not educated and you do not know what to do when someone has a seizure, oftentimes you run away.
Yeah.
You just walk
It's
away from
scary.
something exactly that you don't know. So why do you think that is, Alyssa, that people run away when they see someone have a seizure? And what is
Yeah.
something we can do about that?
So that's a great question. Especially because I have had run-ins when I've had seizures out in public. I now have a little bracelet that says epilepsy on it, so it's like a medical bracelet, if you guys can
Mhm,
see,
mhm,
but I feel like people run away because they don't wanna be responsible for the person, God forbid
mhm,
something happens,
mhm,
and people also run away because it's scary. People run away because they, they don't know what to do, and it's, it's just like a, "Oh, I gotta go." Like, it's just something that goes off in their brain,
mhm,
and a lot of people, I think it honestly also comes down to empathy as well,
mhm,
um, and it's kind of sad to say that, but it really is true. If somebody is having a seizure out in public and you don't know them, a lot of people will choose to take the easier path,
mhm,
which is
mhm,
not get involved. Now, somebody who is extremely empathetic, I'm not just saying empaths are the ones to
mhm,
help,
mhm,
but, the ones who are very caring towards other people that they don't know, strangers, will definitely get in there and call 911 or at least something. So
mhm,
we need education, like Lisa was saying, on all of this stuff. And like she was saying, we did just pass a law in New Jersey for education of
mhm,
epilepsy.
mhm,
And I honestly think that's amazing because I have had seizures in public. I've had seizures in the workplace,
mhm,
and I ended up being okay because my girls ended up being able to save me and kind of cater to me and my needs.
mhm,
But it is a very, very, like, traumatizing thing, and I don't say
mhm,
that lightly, and, like, I know that seizures, especially when you do not know them,
mhm.
they could really, like, last in your brain for a very long time from the
Yes.
people who are
Yeah.
looking at it, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
So, that's another reason why people kinda just run away because they don't wanna deal
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
But I I do, you were telling, that there's this lady who did pass the law. What was her name again?
Colleen Quinn,
Colleen
and
Quinn.
she's actually helping other states and
It's
other,
beautiful.
you know,
That is so
parents
beautiful.
and advocates in other states because the laws are so different, Alyssa, in all these different states across the US. So she's working to actually put a federal bill in place with the senators, as well as she did help to get this law passed in New Jersey. But
Wow.
there's other states, so about 25 states right now are requiring that teachers get educated on how, and it's so simple, when you really think
Yeah.
about it. We could probably teach our audience in less than 5 minutes, what you could do so that someone that has an epileptic seizure, because we're talking about if 1 in 10 people are going to have a seizure in their lifetime, it's really, really important for people to understand, because people, like you said, they fear things they don't understand. But once you educate them and once you make them aware, then they feel safe and they feel secure enough to
They
say,
wanna
hey,
help.
you know what? I know I can help in this situation. So
Yeah.
even if you
We need
don't
more
know
people like that.
CPR and you're hearing us today, and you are confronted, or you're around somebody that has a seizure and it's the first time that you've ever seen them have a seizure, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to obviously protect the person's head.
Yes, biggest thing.
Try to make sure that their head is not near anything that they could potentially bang it up against. Okay, that's the most important. Now, there's different types of seizures. My son used to have the tonic-clonic seizures, where they get very, very aggressive, and it's almost like their nerve endings fire up on their body. So you have to be careful about where you touch them, because sometimes when you touch them or you try to restrain them, they actually get more aggressive. So, they get very, very strong. But if you can try to move them onto their side and protect their head, that's one of the first things that you're going to want to do. The second thing that you're going to want to do is you definitely don't want to put anything in their mouth. Now, contrary to popular belief, I know that was a thing many, many years ago. Put a spoon, put a this, put a that. No,
we don't want to do that.
Anything in their mouth. It's really, really important you don't put anything in their mouth. And then the other thing is you want to make sure, if you can, that you time the seizure.
Yes.
Biggest
and then
thing. The other thing is, once they get through the seizure, you'll see, talk to them very calmly, stay with them, make sure that they're calm. And as they're coming out of it, because most oftentimes, well, not most oftentimes, 100% of the time, and I know you and Mike can agree with me on this, even though I'm not an epileptic, but you both have had seizures, you don't know what just happened to you. So it's like your brain is like shutting down and then coming back online again.
Yeah.
So you don't, it's a lapse in time and judgment. So you have no idea what just happened. We just watched you have a seizure, but you don't have any recollection.
Very confused. My last seizure that I have was a tonic-clonic, and I woke up in my bed so confused, and I just remember my mom being over me. She wasn't bombarding me or anything, because that is the biggest thing. Do not bombard your person that just had a seizure with a bunch of questions. All she said, though, was, "Hey, honey, what's your name?" And I feel like that's a perfect kind of segue. But my reaction was, "Alyssa?" Because I was like, "Why are you asking me what my name was?" Because I was confused, because I just came out of a seizure. And then she said, "Okay, honey, you just had a seizure. Just relax." She did give me some water, and that's a big thing too. I feel like it's okay to give the person that just had a seizure water. What do you think about that, Lisa?
Yes, definitely. And also too, I always had Advil around, because every time Judah would have a seizure, he would have a splitting headache after that. I mean, just a throbbing headache after that. So normally it's 2 Advil, right after he would have the seizure, and then he would be out for the rest of the day. So I think it's important for people to understand that once they kind of gradually come back online, and sometimes, I mean, Alyssa, sometimes there were times where Judah would have seizures and it would take 10, 15 minutes to get him back online. Other times, I mean, it would take like an hour. It just depends. Every time was different. And I think it's because people need to also understand there are different types of seizures. There are focal seizures. There are seizures where they come in from the side. There are, so understand that's why some people, they have drug resistant seizures. Other people can control their seizures with medication. And then other people are candidates like Jinx, who we had on the show, was a candidate for brain surgery.
Yeah.
So, but still, I knew people that had brain surgery and they still
And it
passed
still
away at
wasn't
SUDEP.
working. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
understanding, I think the biggest thing here that we want to get out to our audience today around International Epilepsy Day is to please get some understanding. Please, please, please get some understanding. As a mom of an epileptic that I lost my son to SUDEP, please get understanding around what can you do if someone has a seizure around you, because you don't know. You could be in a bar, you could be in a sports bar, you could be at a party, you could be at school, you could be in the post office or a salon or
at work.
At a gas station or at work, and you don't even know. You could be at the airport. You don't know that there are people around you that have epilepsy. You wouldn't even recognize they have epilepsy. But yet 1 in 26 people have epilepsy. And I think about that, Alyssa. We have 80,000 people that go through the Las Vegas airport every single day. 80,000, okay? Now, if 1 out of 26 of those people have epilepsy, that means that there's a propensity that somebody could actually have a seizure because they're stressed out. They're running to their flight, this, that, and the other. Some people get anxious when they travel because they don't travel a lot. So, just understanding that when someone has a seizure, you don't have to be afraid. Please don't be afraid. No one should ever be left to have a seizure by themselves.
Alone? Absolutely not. And guys, it seriously breaks my heart to know how much less of I guess awareness there is around epilepsy, and the money that is spent from epilepsy to the money that's spent from the Parkinson's and all of those other forms that you listed. It's really sad because, like you said, 1 out of 26, was it?
Yeah, and it's 3.4 million, right, in the US, whereas like Parkinson's, okay, for instance, is 1 million.
Wow.
Right? And even dementia and Alzheimer's is not, it's the same size of the communities, or virtually the same size. It's actually less, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and the fact that there's more,
right. There's, in other words, epilepsy is a very large neurological condition compared to all of these other neurological conditions like MS, like Parkinson's, like, Alzheimer's and dementia, which are also
I feel like there's still not, sorry, but I feel like there's still not enough research going into epilepsy, knowing how many people in the world have it. That is ridiculous to me. And guys, I just recently got diagnosed with epilepsy. I went my whole life not knowing. And then all of the sudden, these seizures just popped into my existence. So I just want you guys to know, if you are struggling, just started to struggle with epilepsy, you are not alone. We are here for you. This is what the F.E.E.D is for talking about this kind of stuff. Seriously, we want you guys to get these beanies. We want you guys to be involved in the giveaways, because we are showing you guys that we care. And yes, these beanies are going to be paid for you guys, because we do want you to join the club and the community 100%. Mike, what's up?
Absolutely. And speaking of giveaways, guys, we have a lot of fun
we can't
giveaways.
Hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you, Mike. We can hear you.
Yeah. Oh, I can't.
Yeah.
That'll happen sometimes. Liz, if you want to pop out and pop back in. Lisa, if you want to tell her pop out and pop back in.
Yeah, you can pop out and pop back in, Alyssa. Sometimes that happens.
Okay.
Just wanted to speak on the giveaways super real quick. We've got some awesome, fun stuff here. I've got this. We've got this as a gift right here from the PT Pod. We have a few gifts we give away. This is what you call the Amazing Wonder Sphere. It's a lot of fun. As you can see on the back, basically, it is powered by inertia. That's right. Inertia. What does that word mean? I don't know. Look it up later. But This is a power sphere ball. What's really fun, I actually have one. They're absolutely fun. If you're a hang around the house, but you want to like do something other than sit there, you turn this little ball on and it'll like it floats on your hand and you can like throw it up and stuff like that. It's very cool. It's an anti-gravity defying little fun thing there. If you have kids,
I
it's
want
also
that.
really they're awesome.
Start
If
inviting,
you,
girl.
you can see you charge it right
You guys
there on
gotta
your
fight me for it.
computer.
Yeah. Oh, love it.
Yeah.
Wait,
So it
that's
goes
really sick.
USB
That's
charging.
cool.
Yeah. See, you throw it up
That is
here and it
so
like it
cool.
literally will hold in your. I'm gonna pull mine out and do a demo. But anyway,
Ooh,
and
yes.
if you guys are into MMA or slap fighting,
The
who
whole
thinks I
slap
am?
fighting is
Slap
just like-
fighting this one?
I have slap fighting championship, the real deal, Amir Nuruddin. Let's see, can you see
That's
that?
hilarious. I love that.
He has autographed this. This is a brand new shirt from his line. And let's see, let me get in there.
And it's autographed?
Yes, and there's his autograph right
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So this is the real deal Nuruddin shirt.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What a big deal. That's so cool.
So anyway, so yeah, he sent me that because he loves what we do and supports us. And he actually has family members with epilepsy too. And he was like, how can I help?
Aw,
Also,
that's
I
so
haven't
sweet.
got it in, but in world famous rapper T-Kron just got off a tour on the West Coast. He's sending me a T-Kron t-shirt to give away as well. So we're gonna have a couple
Wow,
of
look at
t-shirts. We're gonna
that.
have some beanies. We're gonna have some fun, around the house toys. Anything that we can get to bring value to you guys in your life, we're gonna be doing. Do want to make sure we have a contest going. You want to, and the big prize, we're going to produce you your very own podcast. That's right. Your very own. Have you ever wanted your cast? Have you ever wanted it to be the Steve cast or the Alyssa cast? If you had a 30-minute podcast where you could tell the world whatever you wanted, bring on whoever you wanted, perfectly set up and produced for you, what would you say? Who would you talk to? What would you tell them? We're going to give you that as well. That's the grand prize. Now,
think about it.
To win these prizes, you got to help us. We're going to help you. You got to help us. Right, Lisa? Right, Alyssa?
Absolutely.
What we need to win the grand prize, we need you to be the #1 inviter. Let's go. You got to be
It's
the
possible.
person. If you invite the most people to the F.E.E.D group, we're going to have a couple. If you share out the group, if you share out the podcast the most, you're going to win a prize. If you invite the most people, you're going to win a prize. If you maybe make the most posts in the group, you're going to win a prize. Who knows? We need your help.
Yes,
You
we do.
send us screenshots. You send us screenshots of the amount of shares. You send us screenshots of the amount of folks you've invited. And we will make sure you get on that. We got a lot to give away. We need to give it away. We want to give it away. Let's go. We love you.
Absolutely.
And it's because we want to. We want to thank you for that. So anyway, little fun, little reminders there as we round the corner. Ladies, just want to remind everybody that you want to tell everybody when we're here, how you can find us. Please remind people of the live Friday nights because I think that's when we'll be announcing the winners. And happy National Epilepsy Day wherever you are in the world. We love you. We are together. We are a big old family.
Love it. Make sure you get your look at this beautiful ribbon that Daniel's mom made for me. Karina made this for me, this beautiful purple ribbons for epilepsy. It's so gorgeous. I want to thank her for that because purple is the epilepsy color. So make sure that you wear your purple today. Put your purple ribbons out. Alyssa, why don't you tell everybody when we're up next? Because I love the things that we have going on. So much, so exciting. Mondays live. Alyssa, can you hear me? I don't know if she can hear me. Well, okay. Mondays we have we go live. So okay. So Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Okay, those are our days that we're going to be pushing out content. And then on Friday, we're going to go live in the evenings. So don't forget to go to all of our handles. We're on TikTok. We are on YouTube. We are on Facebook. We are on Twitter. We are on all the platforms, Instagram. And you can follow Alyssa's story, her journey. She has an awesome, awesome channel on TikTok that is on Faces of Epilepsy is our handle there. And it's just, man, it's so awesome. Alyssa, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I don't know why it keeps on doing that.
That's okay, sweetie. That's okay. I wanted you to talk about your TikTok channel real quick, just while we're closing out. But I was saying that, we're here for everybody. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays is when we're pushing out all our content. And then we're live on Friday nights. And then I know that you have something really great going on TikTok. You have like your whole journey on Faces of Epilepsy there. I would love for you to tell people what you're doing there.
So on Faces of Epilepsy, I am on TikTok. It's literally just Faces of Epilepsy. So I got to type in, but I am basically it's a journey of me going on medication for the third time because I was assuming that my epilepsy was drug resistant and I was a little scared to take the medication. I'm just being completely honest with you guys out there. So, Face of Epilepsy, I am kind of tracking my seizure progress and certain type of medication progress. Right now I'm on trileptal. So, every day I'm waking up in the morning and I'm explaining how I'm feeling. And if I miss a day, that usually means that I wasn't really feeling good or something. I'll explain it, but I try to give everybody positive affirmation. I explain certain triggers of epilepsy, and it's definitely a place where everyone can just go to kind of just relate to one another and give each other advice. And no hate is tolerated there, only love. And I'm saying that with all due respect, only love is tolerated on this page because nobody that has epilepsy should be like, I guess, getting hate or also be in a negative mindset because honestly, if you are in a negative mindset, that could trigger something, negativity. So only love. Yes, look at this.
Yes, I love it.
Yes.
I love it. Look at this already. Oh, it's so awesome.
Look, I'm wearing the hats and all of them too for a lot of them too.
So
Guys,
awesome.
It has been such an incredible journey. Please, please go follow me and I will follow you back. I do post some of my seizures and I'm going to be honest with you there. If you guys are kind of triggered by them, there is going to be some seizures on there as well. And if you guys want to send me some videos or, some advice, anything, I will put it on there as well. But yes, Faces of Epilepsy on TikTok is just a place where you can go to feel accepted, to feel seen, to feel heard. And I will be there for you. All of these.
Love it.
More harmony, more love, more happiness. They're all on their way. Have faith in your progress. If you are feeling lost, if you are feeling unseen in your journey with epilepsy, please, please, please know that we are here for you always. I literally said to them the other day, or even this morning, I didn't feel right. I was just like, nothing, like I didn't want to say nothing works out for me or anything like that, but I just didn't feel like myself. And for those of you who have epilepsy, you understand what I'm talking about. Because even my mom said the other day, she's like, honey, you are very different than you were before. I'm like getting emotional as I'm saying this. I was this happy-go-lucky, giggly, just dancy girl. And when I was diagnosed with epilepsy, because I didn't have that support system like I do now, I just kind of fell into a dark hole. And I want you guys to know that you don't have to be alone. You don't have to go through all of this by yourself. But yes, Faces of Epilepsy on TikTok. Please go follow me. It is such a beautiful place where we are able to connect with each other.
Yeah, I love it. I love it so much. I love that you're doing that on TikTok because it's just so beautiful, you
Yeah.
know. I think it's really helped you to kind of have the, you know, it's called on a different, it's called on a different space inside of you.
Yeah.
You know, it takes a lot of courage to get out there and to
Does.
put
I'm
a
getting emotional.
camera in front of you and to start a channel, not knowing how people are going to receive this, not
Yeah.
knowing if they're going to judge it. Because a lot of times people judge things that they don't understand.
I
And
have a few.
epilepsy, yeah, is already like so misunderstood, right?
Yeah.
And so I think, you know, I really want to acknowledge and validate that in you today on
Thank you.
International Epilepsy Day, that you have a tremendous amount of courage and you are a bright light. And you know what? I know that you think, and that's making me get emotional because I did not know you before you had epilepsy, but I still see you as a bright, shining light, full of positivity, which is what this community needs. They need women and men that are positive and prayerful and
Yes.
encouraging and supportive.
These
And,
are
you know,
happy tears.
that's what I love about this so much, Mike, is that I know Mike's in the background. Like, I love that Mike is this comedian, you know, and
Yeah, he
got
makes it
these
very
great,
uplifting.
you know, things to pipe in. And then Enrique, you know, who is so positive. You know, he's like,
He is.
you're not a punk if you have epilepsy. You're
He's
not a punk, you
hilarious
know.
too.
And because there's nobody that has epilepsy that's a punk, you know. And I just love that because I would have loved my son to have heard that he wasn't a punk, you know.
Yeah.
And so I just applaud you, and
Thank you,
I just
Lisa.
validate and acknowledge that you are all of those things still today. And that you've always shown up that way since I've known you, which is, you know, on your epilepsy journey. And we love you so much. I could not do this show without you. I know Mike knows that too. You contribute so much to Faces of Epilepsy and the F.E.E.D and all of the community. And you are the true ambassador of Faces of Epilepsy. So when I say you are the director and you are the real face of epilepsy, I think that Mike, wouldn't you say that we are just really supportive of that? You know, when I think about the face of epilepsy, I don't think about Judah, you know, because I think about Judah as, you know, someone that kind of succumbed to his epilepsy, but with you, you're
I'm
part of
just
the
so
living.
happy.
You know, you're part of the living with epilepsy. And I know that my son Judah was like, Mom, you know, I'm gone, but you can help the living with this because they need it, you know. So what do you think, Mike?
I love it. I want to thank you guys so much. I want to remind everybody to tune in Wednesday and Friday. I want to thank you guys so much as well. And we will see you next time. All right. Bye-bye. Thank you guys. Oh, make sure you drop your loves, your likes, your comments, and subscribe to us. Faces of Epilepsy.me. Thank you guys so much.
Yes.